close to rock bottom.
What was rock bottom?
Life is not easy at all. There's gonna be challenges. You're gonna get beat down. That's the way life is.
So many of us are fans of our fathers, right? And he was my hero. And for me to like feel accomplished, I want to do something that I can stand in his company and feel like important. And to him, he was like a really big fan of me, and that's great. But he was my dad, so there's something out there. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a title, if it's a role, gosh, I don't know what it is. If it's a Senate run in Texas, something out there will make me say like, hey, I did right by the old man.
At some point, everything's going to go south on you. Everything's going to go south, and you're going to say, this is it. This is how I end. Now, you can either accept that or you can get to work. That's all it is. You just begin.
Do the work!
I was driving Brand to the airport is when it happened. I was driving her to the airport. I had already told Mark Carano at the time. He said, I'll see you next week. I said, no, you won't. I just wrestled freaking Matt Cardona for the 50th time. I was driving to the airport and I just told her, I was like, I'm gonna drop you off. I'm not going. And then I called him and told him I wasn't going to be there. And the next thing you know, it was just over. And Charlotte Flair brought a fan to a show. She told him like, hey, do you want to meet Stardust? And I was just not painted up or anything there earlier in the day, and like my sweats. And he came up to me, he was like, you're Stardust? I was like, yeah. And I used to wrestle as Cody Rhodes. And he was like, what?
This is a different group of guys. It's millennials. I just don't think they necessarily want to reach for that brass ring. The last person who really reached for that brass ring, in all likelihood, was...
I've grabbed so many of Vincent K. McMahon's brass rings that it's finally dawned on me they're completely imaginary.
Others coming up now who definitely want to reach for it. Ambrose is one of them. Seth Rollins is another one. Roman Reigns is another one. Bray's another one. So I think you've got some people here who are chomping at the bit.
I'm leaving with the WWE Championship. Who knows? Maybe I'll go defend it in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
We're all ready for the American Nightmare.
Maybe I'll go back to Ring of Honor.
Cody!
He had no idea that I had won the Intercontinental title or won some tag titles or legacy, nothing. Stardust was his only knowledge of me, and that was a rock bottom moment.
I'm on the phone, I'm alone in my car, but I was actually like nervous and like shaking about the whole thing. And then I like cranked up the radio and Tom Petty's Free Fallin' was on. And I legit sang that song at the top of my lungs in my vehicle, just as a like spiritual